Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome back. And this is
Bestie.
Bestie with my bestie.
Okay.
Ugh, I ate so much food. Like my eyes are going down.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I hope this tea wakes us up a little bit. So
we had Chinese food.
I know. Yummy. That's so good.
There's a boba stuck in this. Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back. Why was I waiting for you to fill in the blank? I was like, oh wait, no. I'm Marley.
I'm Vanessa.
And this is Bestie with my bestie. And today we're going to it's going to be a new segment of ours, and we're going to do monthly celebrity news.
Like
celebrity
entertainment
drama.
news. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the basics. Not the basics, but whatever happens in the entertainment industry.
Yeah. Just like a sum of like everything that's been going on. So we're just going to have fun and discuss like a couple of things.
Kind of like a rapid fire entertainment segment.
Yeah. So just like the things that caught our attention, and if there's ever like anything you do want us to talk about, definitely go ahead and send us a DM and say that we should mention this, because we're going to start doing this once a month, just like a little wrap up.
Yeah. So would you like to start? I think you're more aware of what happens because there's not a lot of celebrities that I don't follow. I'm not saying you are like actively following like after celebrities and their every move.
Yeah.
But like I will only see whatever goes viral on TikTok.
Right. I get that.
So like I really don't know anything else.
Right.
So like you're going to have to give me the ropes of what's happening.
I feel like the main celebrity drama I tend to like notice is anything about the Kardashians.
Yeah.
I'm a Kardashian fan. But also like Selena Gomez related. Anything about them is like my prime focus, I guess. So the biggest thing that kind of happened was the whole Hailey Bieber going on to call her daddy. And I just wanted to get like your thoughts on it.
Okay.
I know how I feel about it. I feel personally, and I've been saying this on TikTok a lot, it was such a mess up for her to go on that show, I feel. On that podcast. Just because it was all based around Selena. And that's where it's like, kind of like, she's like made TikToks before, like, guys, like, just leave me alone. I don't say anything. I don't do anything. Literally her words. And then she goes and does this. She was also creating like her own identity finally. She wasn't just like, oh, it's Justin Bieber's wife. Yeah. Which most people know her by that.
Of course.
Realistically. But, you know, she did her own, like, skincare line. And then she also has her own YouTube channel. Yeah. Where she'll do, like, she has her little talk show. And it's really cute.
I've seen a few. Yeah, it's cute.
I like it. I've seen it. I like the guests that she has on a lot. So she was creating her own identity finally, like, you know, away from Justin. But I feel like this kind of just set her back. Unfortunately. Like, I get it if you want to like tell your side of the story, but
not at the expense of someone who you've been compared to this entire relationship.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, why now? Because it's been like, what, 4 years or so? So, and like, to finally talk about it, and it is kind of sketch. It goes with like the whole Selena Gomez, her documentary is coming out.
Which I had no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea, like, she was even having cameras around her for a certain amount of years.
7 years.
Like, did she been following her around 7 years ago? Like,
no, it's just been announced. This is, like, the first time I hear about it, like, when it was finally announced from, like, Apple TV+.
Wow. And I'm excited for that. I am excited.
I mean, anything Selena Gomez, I'm like,
do you think Selena would be the type, though, to be petty and show things behind the scenes of maybe what happened between her and Justin, or her, Justin, and Hailey? Or do you think she's going to be the bigger person and just be like, I'm going to cut all this out?
I feel like I feel personally that it is worth putting in there. not for like a clout reason, but because this is a documentary based on like her mental health.
Okay.
And that relationship really did damage to her mental health.
That was their entire like almost career that blew them up.
Yeah.
It was a PR relationship, not PR, but like Hollywood relationship.
It's one of those things kind of like Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron. Mm-hmm. Like everyone was like so upset, like heartbroken, like when they had broken up, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, like hopeful. It's like one of those things. But I feel like it would make sense, and I wouldn't feel like it's a petty thing for her to bring it up because that was still her relationship nonetheless. You know what I mean? So
I think it would I think if she were to put stuff in of her and Justin's maybe relationship, it would look petty strictly because Hailey Bieber beat her to being online first before it came out. Mm-hmm. So it's like if she does come out in her documentary about Justin, then it's going to be like, oh, she did that purposely because Hailey just, I don't know.
But then I feel like, okay, I mean, obviously, though, Selena does have more fans, and her fans are ruthless.
Than Hailey?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And her fans, like, go hard for her. Like, it is insane. I feel like she has one of the strongest fan bases. Like, if anyone says something about her, they'll all, like, come for that person. And I feel like, I know. I feel like, though, I don't think she'll get that much hate, only in the way because, like, yes, Hailey beat her to speaking on it, but Hailey went and did that interview. That interview was released after her documentary was announced. So it kind of goes back to that. It's like, oh, perfect timing for Hailey to do this interview.
Like, how convenient.
Yeah, because, like, either she has a feeling something is going to be said or, I don't know.
Just to be safe.
Yeah.
She wants to give her insight first and play like this, like, oh, like nothing.
Yeah.
My thing is, and I've seen a few, like, videos about this, is like,
yes,
I understand, Hailey is Justin's wife and Selena is his ex, whatever.
Right.
But why doesn't anybody ever hold Justin accountable for, like, what he's put these two women in?
100%.
Because, like, that's bullshit. Come on.
I feel like Hailey gets more hate because I feel like she's more social. And it's not an excuse. Like, it's sucky. Like, I'm not a Hailey fan, but I don't go on her page and, like, talk shit and, write mean comments. Mm-hmm. But I feel like since she's so out there on social media, it just, people see her and they're like, okay, boom. Justin doesn't really post. He doesn't post much like she does. Like, she's very active on TikTok versus Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like it's just that thing of, oh, we see her, so we're just going to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, at least at some point, I would hope that if I was Hailey and Eric was like Justin, whatever, or if that was us,
right, that
Eric would be the one to be like making the final 100%. Words and not having me feel like I have to fend for myself.
Yes. Yeah.
Like 100%. I'm not going to be like, oh, since you're not ever going to say anything, let me go on this podcast to potentially, I don't know, like diffuse any tension or any rumors that might be said. I don't know,
I feel like Justin definitely should. I feel like the only time he has really like came out to kind of defend Hailey is when I think it was a few years ago, Hailey went on her Instagram Live and a Selena fan or a Jelena, like one or the other, went and told everyone to go onto her live and start putting rude comments. And so she everybody started doing that. That was like, I think one of the first major times that Hailey received so much hate like that, which is sad. And so he hopped on and he actually like told that fan something, exposed that fan specifically. And then people started like attacking her. Yeah. Which then he got backlash because it's like, you're doing this to someone. Yes, like everyone was like, I understand that, she shouldn't have done that. But people were also like, you shouldn't have done that either because now she's getting attacked. She, as like a normal person, can't really handle it. But I just feel like that person shouldn't have said anything at all.
Yeah, I mean, don't stir the pot or cause anything if you can't take it back.
Exactly.
But that's the thing, too, with a lot of fans and just, like, audiences and people behind the screens is they talk so much shit because they don't think the person is going to see it, respond to it, or call them out.
Yep.
And it's not until they do where they're like, oh, my God, I'm such a huge fan.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, oh, I didn't think you were going to ever respond back to me. And it's like, I'm human. What do you fucking expect?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Still doesn't, I mean, the only reason why people are giving him backlash is because he has the huge following, the huge platform that his followers can then attack and double down on this random fan who started it. So it's like, be the bigger person because you have the biggest voice.
Right. But
it's also like this little tiny thing just caused an uproar to the point where she's attacking his wife. So it's like, I don't know. I think it's fair.
No, for sure. Because it's like,
I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah, for you to like go and say those things, like, and then play ready victim for something. It's kind of like karma. Like you just started something for no reason. I understand she's a celebrity still and like whatever. I feel like just because someone's a celebrity, people feel like they don't have feelings or it doesn't matter to them. But it's like they're just human also. And so like for you to go do that, you're technically bullying her. And she's like going through this. And I mean, I can imagine their relationship is already hard because of the constant comparisons and things like that. But yeah. But I feel like it was a bad kind of like PR move, honestly. Hailey. Yeah. I
feel like she put herself in that position, and I feel like if she never would have came out, nobody would have even questioned Hailey. They would have been like, oh, this is obviously strictly just about Selena.
Yep.
You know? Sure. But because she did this first, it's like, oh, well, obviously something's happening because when does Hailey ever do this?
Yeah. And the thing is, too, it sucked because on that podcast, even though she has her YouTube channel, even though she has her skincare line, which both are fairly new, she didn't talk about it at all. It's like you used that like time to focus on Selena instead of focusing on yourself, which like you should, like, because the more you do for yourself, like the more people will see that. And like I said, she was creating her own identity, but now it kind of like went back to square one.
Yeah.
Which sucks. But if I were her PR person, there's no way you're going to go do that. But it seemed like obviously beforehand, I'm sure she got the questions, which usually happens when a celebrity goes on a talk show of any sort. You get the questions, you review them, you approve of whatever it is, whatever.
You have an idea of at least what's about to be said or talked about.
And those are like one too many questions about the Selena drama.
Yeah, that's a valid perspective.
Yeah.
Because that's true. Like, if she doesn't want to be associated with Selena anymore, then why go on an interview and strictly talk about that the most
thing. Yep.
Versus the projects that you have going on or could be having going on, or
that could have been exposure, because Call Her Daddy is such a huge podcast.
I never used to know about it until something or someone huge was on it, and I was like, oh, okay. But I mean, there's always big celebrities.
First big celebrity they had was after the Call Her Daddy breakup, and that was Miley Cyrus. She was the very first huge celebrity. Okay. I remember I was so excited.
I don't really watch it, but like I just see certain celebrities on them. Like,
No, she now, I think since the breakup, she now has guests on all the time for that reason, to kind of have like a filler like host, you know?
Yeah.
At the moment. So yeah. But I think it was like a bad move on that part. But
so you believe it set her back. You are team Selena.
100%. Not that I hate her or anything like that. I just personally, though, to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of hers. Like, I think obviously like Selena has that reach because of Disney, and that's where like our childhood starts. So we have like this kind of, we feel like maybe like a bond with her because we like grew up watching that, and then so like we just kept following her, and the person she is really interests me. Like, she has such a good heart. Like, I genuinely feel like if I met her, like we would vibe. Like, we'd have like I'd be able to be friends with her. Hailey, I don't get that vibe. Like when I watch interviews with her, I've seen interviews before. I love her style though. I think she can dress. Like I love it. Her personality though, I don't mesh with it, I don't think.
Okay.
Like maybe she doesn't show enough where I could see, but off of what I've seen, she doesn't catch my eye.
Yeah.
In a personality range.
Yeah. I don't know either. Like I don't know much about Selena. I don't know much about Hailey. I just think it's shitty for Justin to have these two women against each other.
No, yeah. But the one thing that I found super interesting from that podcast, the one thing, like, we already knew about the whole red carpet thing when people were screaming out Selena's name and stuff. And, you know, she covered a lot of things that have already been talked about. But one of the biggest things that caught me by surprise was that they've all talked since Hailey and Justin got married. They've talked to Selena. Her and Selena have talked. So I thought that was very interesting too. Yeah,
well, like, I mean, it's interesting, but I also think it's gone to the point where I'm sure behind closed doors, they're probably like really cool with each other, you know? But they just don't have it publicly because
I feel like it would be a good thing to have it publicly because it shows like it's kind of squashed.
Yeah, that's true.
Because without people seeing it, they're just going to
assume and go off of their assumptions. And then they're just going to add their own tension to the stories. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You guys are friends. Just come public about it.
Yeah, honestly. Like if you guys are cool, which Selena's never came out and said anything necessarily, but every time Hailey gets like majorly bullied, which was also after the whole call her daddy thing, Selena comes out and she'll say like, please don't like talk to people like that. You know, it's not okay. Like, I never will be okay for like, you know, talking down to women or women against women hate, like things like that. So she'll always come out and like, you know, say something nice, but it's never a we're cool kind of a thing. She doesn't comment on it, which I think is kind of smart because then it's going to be a situation like Hailey's, you know?
Yeah. And
because you're keeping it alive. It's been 4 years, but you're keeping it alive by constantly talking about it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's smart.
So, another thing I found interesting was still to do with the podcast, but there's footage that came out where Alex was actually talking about Hailey and Justin and how like the relationship isn't going to work and like all of this stuff like way like before this interview, like years ago. And so I thought that was super interesting because she basically, you know, talked shit about like Hailey, but then had her on as a guest and was all like, I feel like the whole time she was like, oh my gosh. And maybe like meeting her, she like liked her and was like, oh my gosh, you know, great. But it kind of like is also, it looks bad on Hailey in a way, like embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That you went on and she talked shit about you, you know?
Oh.
So that's the thing that I thought was really cool about Sophia. So Alex and Sophia were co-hosts of Call Her Daddy originally. They were friends, but then they had that like nasty like breakup. And let me see. Sophia, I cannot remember for the life of me which celebrity or who she had on her show recently, but she also had said something about her in the past. But she came clean and like told her like owned up to it. Like, hey, I said this, but you know, kind of a, whereas Alex didn't do that. And so I feel like, I don't know. I just felt bad more for Hailey because it's like, that's embarrassing. You chose that platform where someone had spoken badly about you already. You know what I mean?
I didn't know.
Kind of embarrassing. Yeah.
That's shitty. Imagine you're going on to an interview and you think you feel comfortable and that this person has your back, or at least, you know.
Yeah, which the whole time it seemed that way. Like she was like so buddy-buddy with her and like, oh my gosh, Hailey, you're cute or whatever.
Who found this footage? Like just random people dug
I just
up?
saw it on TikTok, yeah. But it's her. It's not edited in any way. And I do remember that too, which is funny. I totally spaced that out. I didn't think of it at all. It's sad.
That's embarrassing.
It is. Yeah, for sure. So I give Sophia major props for doing that, owning up to it. Of course, like people make mistakes, people say things just because, or
people change their minds.
They can, definitely.
You can have an opinion about something and then be like, oh, you know what? Like, no, I don't think that anymore.
Yeah.
And then you could casually bring it up, like, you know what? Like in the beginning, I honestly didn't think you guys were gonna make it, but like,
it's cool to see that you did, or like flip it and like, but I don't know. I feel like,
oh, that's
what I
bad.
mean? Yeah.
I feel like I don't watch Call Her Daddy, so I don't know like the personalities of Alex or any of that. But yeah, that sucks. That's really shitty.
Yeah. Yeah.
And your team, Sophia?
I love Sophia.
Oh, so your team Selena, your team Sophia.
Team S's, yeah.
Team S's.
Basically,
yeah. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I really don't know a lot of stuff that happens in entertainment.
Yeah. I guess the reason I'm more Team Sophia is because I felt like, because they were best friends, I feel like I could never do what Alex did to Sophia. In the way that I get it, whatever the reasons it was for breaking up, which it's a huge deal. It's a long story, but bottom line is, no matter what it is, I feel like it wasn't okay because at first everyone was Team Alex. And everyone was like talking so much shit to Sophia, this and that, like bullying her, where she had to I think she stopped for a little bit on social media because of it. It was a lot. I remember that I felt so bad for her, but it's like, I would never allow anyone to say anything like about my friend, regardless if you're breaking up the podcast and you're no longer friends, like jump on there and say like, hey, this is like our business. Don't continue to like bully her or whatever. Like leave it as is. Like don't add to it. Like it is what it is, whatever, but I feel like she egged it on and she let people talk about her and
she fed off of it.
Yeah. And she grew fame wise, clout wise because of that. And I'm like, that's such a dishonorable way.
At the expense of your ex co-host who used to be your friend.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
That's like if something happened between me and you and then like people like agreed with me and I'm like, oh yeah, like go for it. Just keep like slamming her. Like, I don't know. It's messed up. And I think that's why I was like, it kind of showed her, true colors and it made me realize like, well, definitely. And so, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Unsubscribed. But I had to watch that one for sure.
Yeah, no, I know that one. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, what are your guys' opinions on that?
I know. It was like, I just kept going.
No, keep going. It's fine. This is your rapid fire for entertainment news. I'm just the person listening for the first time.
Which it's kind of cool to see your opinion because I feel like I'm so into it. And I obviously, like I said, have like my certain teams, I guess.
Yeah.
And so you're so neutral about it. So I like to hear like what you have to say as like an unbiased opinion, which is cool.
Okay. What's next?
Next, I wanted to talk about Kanye. He's been saying he has been all over the place.
But here's the thing. I've never liked Kanye. I never have. People are like, well, he has good music. Like, I still never even cared for his music.
Right.
I understand he's like he paved a way for music and he's part of like its history and blah, 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 blah. But it's just, I've just never cared for him.
Yeah.
And now that I see like his behavior and just how the way he talks and everything, I'm just like, how are people still giving this guy a platform still? Like, he's just so insane now.
It's wild, the things he chooses to say, but obviously it's not like I know him or know anything of his personal life.
Yeah.
But what I've read and like seen in the media is that he has he's bipolar. So he has like that struggle. I don't know if he has anything else. I can't remember, honestly. That's just what I remember reading.
Allegedly.
And yeah, allegedly.
This is all alleged.
And that's why Pete Davidson came out and like made that joke like, hey, Kanye, like, take your pills. It's cool, man. I take mine. They're great, And like, just kind of like he's going off the rails because he isn't taking his medication. So he's kind of like, but I think what I also read was he doesn't want to take his medication, allegedly, because it blocks his creativity, which I've heard that a lot. And that makes sense. I get it. But I don't know. It's kind of tough with all the things that he's saying lately. Like, I do feel really bad for Kim. Like, he brought up her sex tape, like slut shaming her, basically.
That's another thing we could talk about, but go on.
Yeah. So there's like that, saying like my daughter would never pose for like Playboy. Like, he's just making such an uproar right now, like with all of his like posts, Instagram stories, tweets, like everything. But the one thing that I saw recently was that he admitted to having like a crush on Kylie Jenner's best friend right now.
Stassi?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Anastasia. Yeah. So
how old is she? How old are they?
They're 25 right now.
And he's like,
she's 25.
How old is Kanye?
I don't know. I don't know. I think Kim is now like 43 or something. So I want to say they're around the same age. 40s.
Okay. And what's your opinion on that?
Him saying like the whole crush thing. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, honestly, I think it's like, why would you say that? I mean, I get it. It's not like him and Kim are together anymore, but it's like, it's just another embarrassing thing that you're kind of like I don't know, like even though they're not together, it's still kind of embarrassing. Like, just because of the whole Tristan Jordan thing, it gave me similar vibes, if that makes sense. Like,
okay,
why would you say something
like that?
Is that
true though? The whole Tristan and Jordan, like, did they confirm that they?
Oh, it happened. I watched the red tape.
God, that scared the shit out of me.
Oh my gosh, I know. My heart it's still going. My eyes went like
I'm awake. I was falling asleep.
It's like okay.
Oh God, my heart's racing.
Oh,
okay, go on.
What was I saying? I know.
So it's confirmed because I don't think I ever saw a definite like yes, Tristan and Jordan for sure had sex.
Oh no, not sex.
No, what happened?
Not sex. They kissed.
They kissed?
Yeah, that's what it was.
I mean, it's still bad, but I thought it was like cheating, like sexually.
Oh yeah. So, Jordan actually went on Jada's talk show, and with that Red Table Talk, and that's where she told her side of the story. Which I thought was wild too, because I feel like personally, I always trust the Kardashians in the way where if something is a lie, they speak on it. They'll be tweeting about it. If they hear something, like, no, they clear the rumors. But I've noticed if they don't reply to something or talk on a situation to be like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous or whatever, it's most likely true, is what I've picked up off of like how they tweet. I mean, in my opinion, that's what I've gathered. So I remember, though, I thought it was interesting that Jordan went on that talk show, but she never apologized to Khloe. And it kind of like, you know, whether like she was scared of Khloe or whatever, like I understand like in that way where she could be scared to talk to her about it because it's like they're an intimidating family.
No, they are. You know? The power they have over
definitely
everything.
But it's like, wouldn't you, since because of that intimidation, though, wouldn't you want to? I mean, I know it's not going to be like perfect terms after that, but it's like, you should apologize. I would be like devastated. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I remember, though, in the show, like Kylie was like saying she couldn't be friends with her anymore. Also, because not just that she did that to her sister, but it was the way she handled it. Because I guess the very next day, that her and Kylie were talking and she wasn't acting any different. Like, so she said like that scared her because it's like, if you can do that to someone and be like your natural self and not like have any like remorse or you know what I mean? Any shame, guilt, then it's like, how can I trust you? Like, that's scary, which I understand, like, valid, definitely. Yeah. But she did go on, Jordan went on to Red Table Talk and told her story that they just kissed, that, like, he went in to, like, kiss her, and, but she did deny the rumors of her, like, sitting on his lap and things like that, because that's what people were telling her, telling Chloe and everybody that she was sitting on his lap, and they were, like, really touchy-feely and stuff, and so that was the confirmation from Jordan, at least, is yes, they did kiss. But that it wasn't a make-out, she made clear to say, but it was a kiss.
Still, regardless, yeah. So now Kanye is coming out saying he's always had a crush on Stas.
Well, in the post he shared, he just said that he that it's no secret.
It was a post?
Instagram, like a story, sorry. Oh, okay. I think it was a story. But he's like, it's no secret or something that I've had, like, a crush on Stas. I was like, cringe. Like, I don't know. That's why I was like, that's kind of embarrassing, especially after, like, what Chloe kind of went through. And obviously he was there for that because him and Kim were good at the moment. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like.
That is weird. I don't think it's necessarily a huge deal that he's saying who he has a crush on, because it's like they're both adults. But then I think I did see something that was like, he's known Stas since she was underage.
Yeah, because she's been best friends with Kylie since the time where Kylie and Jordan were best friends.
See, and that's the thing. I keep forgetting that Kylie is like our age.
Yeah.
So it's like 4 or 5 years ago. It's like, oh, yeah, we were all like underage. Kind of like toward, like, you know, adulting, but so I do get that sense. But I feel like if he were to say now, like, oh, I have a crush on her, it's not that big of a deal. But because it is your wife's sister, and that did just happen with Tristan and Jordan and Kylie, why is it always Kylie?
Honestly,
it's Kylie's like the problem.
Yeah, I know.
She's got
common denominator.
Yeah, she's got some beautiful friends.
Yeah.
No, these men are trash, and that's ridiculous. But yeah, that's just Kanye in general, though. He's gonna work on himself, because that's ridiculous. The amount of times I see him on the media just with the nonsense that he says, and just the stuff that he wears, and the things that he's calling out, and the outrageous just like posts. It's like, dude, someone get him off. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that's definitely weird. Definitely weird for them because of the situation with Tristan and Jordan.
Yeah, it kind of seems just like kind of careless. I don't know.
Like, why do you need to say that?
Yeah, like, what for? Like, you could have kept it to yourself. Yeah. Obviously, she's beautiful. They all are.
They're all beautiful. Yes,
all of their friends are beautiful.
I would have a crush on her. I do have a crush on them.
No, like, they're all beautiful. I get it.
But it's like, what is the point you're trying to make? That she's beautiful? She's
yeah, like, we know.
But like, you're not with that family. You're not associated with that family other than you are the father of the children. But why do you have to feel the need to say you have a crush on this person's best friend? And that it's like no secret?
Exactly. Like, so that's what I thought was kind of weird. It's not like, oh my gosh, like crazy. Like, obviously what we talked about earlier was crazier, but I just still felt it was a little weird. Kind of insensitive in a way, because of what happened with Chloe. But
yeah, that's definitely weird.
And then still talking about the Kardashians too, I saw that Kim went to a baseball game. And let me see. The camera like went to her, and then the whole crowd like booed her.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know if it was like whatever team, like I think her kids were there too. So I've heard different things like that. The uniform, the team uniform that they were wearing, that the opposite team was like booing them.
Okay.
You know?
That's understandable. It's like they're at a home game.
Yeah.
And just like the other opposite team is booing her because of she's rooting for the home team. That's valid. I can see.
Yeah. But I'm like, I don't know if it was necessarily
Was it
that.
like a loud boo?
You can hear it. God. Yeah, in the audio, like you can hear. At first, it just sounds like cheering, and I'm sure some people were cheering for her, but I definitely heard like the boo, like at the end.
Oh, especially if her kids are there.
I know. I felt bad though, because it's like,
Yeah, leave her alone.
Honestly,
she's a hard-working woman.
Yeah,
she gets her
ass up and works.
Exactly. But also, do you agree? Do you believe that allegedly the whole sex tape was a whole PR thing? Because he's coming out with receipts saying that they've planned it since the beginning.
And that her mom actually helped pick it out to see which one she looked the best in. I don't know. It all goes back to like what I said, where I said I notice they speak on things when it's false. And they'll like call it out. They'll clear the air right then and there on Twitter or whatever. So I think like in my advice that I would give them, they just need to stop talking on anything. Because by them doing that, people are noticing that. I'm not the first person to notice that. I've seen people
like their patterns.
Say the same thing, about their tweeting and stuff when something's untrue. So the fact that no one is talking about it and saying how ridiculous it is, like, kind of makes me believe it. And I don't know.
I like her. I think she gets a lot of shit. But
I think
I can understand why, because it is like out of touch with reality to see these celebrities and like their issues and then be like, okay, like really, like there's people out here that go through real serious problems and situations, and then it's like they're over here arguing over stupid petty shit. So sometimes I get like how out of tune it could be with reality, but I do like Kim Kardashian, the family. I used to always watch them. But I haven't really kept up with any of them, to be honest.
Yeah. See, and the thing about that is, like, too, I feel bad because I get it. Their problems are different from normal people's. But it's because they're not normal people.
Yeah,
and they're dealing with, like, celebrity problems, which I feel like the one that I feel like gets the most shit is Khloe. And I feel so bad. Like,
really? I feel like Kendall.
Really?
I feel like no one's ever happy for Kendall. Like, she can literally do something and people are like, boo, Kendall. Like, you literally don't do anything.
I feel like it...
Like, I know a lot of women who love Khloe. Yeah. Because they're like, oh my God, the sisters, Khloe's the baddest, Khloe's the realest, Khloe's the funniest.
Yeah.
Kim's like, the fashion, the funny mom. Kourtney's kind of like just I don't know like what Kourtney is.
I love Kourtney. I think she's so funny.
They all have humor, and like Kylie, obviously, like I think she's more in tune with like today's generation of like apps like TikTok she's active on, and people love when somebody can use TikTok and like, just be up to date with everything. But anytime I see any post of Kylie, I just see so much hate.
Kendall,
yes, yeah. Kendall. And it all started with that damn Pepsi commercial she did.
Oh, I felt so bad.
And then her 818 tequila with the braids and the horse. Everybody's like, dude, like you keep doing it. Like your PR team sucks. And so like just recently I was on TikTok and I saw a commercial and she was in it and all the comments were just bashing her. So I was like, this poor girl cannot do anything.
Yeah, I feel like that's true. I see what you mean, where people aren't necessarily happy for her and anything, but I feel like Khloe's more talked about. And people bash Khloe about the whole Tristan thing a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel bad on that. It's funny. I don't know them, obviously.
Yeah.
But I, like, genuinely care about them and wish them, like, the best.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Khloe. Like, I want her to find, like, the most perfect guy because she really deserves that. Like how her and Lamar were together and how she was such a great wife. Like because they had their own show too. And so you got to see a little more and it's like, know she's such a great like wife.
Yeah. She wants to be loved. She wants to give love and she wants to be loved.
Mm-hmm. She's a Cancer.
Yeah. So it's like situations like this where you're like, you're upset because she keeps going through it. But then it's also like you're rooting for her because she deserves better. And then this guy is just dragging her through the mud and does not give a fuck about it.
I know.
And then there's kids involved. Yeah. And that's what makes it hard.
Yeah. And it's like, I feel like it's so hard to like judge someone to stay. Like, I get it. He's cheated multiple times, but I get why she still wants to like try and work it out because like, yeah, she is doing it for true or like she was. And now I understand like, obviously, like I understand why she's now decided to call it quits like completely with him just because of the second time around, him doing the same thing while she was pregnant or not pregnant, but you know, the second time was a surrogate, but like literally he was being born and all that drama's going on too of him having a baby with someone else at the same time. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know. I think
it's like, man, if you want to fool around and not have kids, get a freaking vasectomy.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Something. It's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Like Nick Cannon has like, how many kids? He has like 7 baby mamas or is it like something like that?
Yeah, I know.
But he doesn't care. Like he's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And they're all like cool with each other. I think he has like a set of rules for all the baby mamas to like all agree on and be like cordial with, and that like every kid has to like have quality time with each other. And yeah, so yeah, celebrities they're a whole different breed.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to go through what they go through because that's a thick skin you've got to have.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I just watched the most recent episode of the Kardashians. And it's crazy because I would think I never thought that I would hear Kim say this, but she was like saying that she doesn't know if like basically she wants that life anymore. Like she had always like her dream literally since she was young. Like, I want to be famous. I want to be famous. And now like it's gotten to a certain point where she's kind of like,
I think it's exceeded her idea of what famous was.
Yeah.
Because now she's literally like, the Kardashians are branded.
For sure.
Everybody knows who the Kardashians are.
Everyone. Whether you love them or hate them, you know who they are.
You know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a whole different level.
Yeah.
I understand. You have no privacy. You have no like...
For sure.
People don't have any remorse for celebrities like that because they're like, well, obviously this is your life.
They treat them like they're not people.
Yep. So...
And it's like, you signed up for this reality show. You want people to know your business. So now we can comment on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Which, okay, I get anyone can comment on anything. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it doesn't mean like what they're going through isn't like valid enough like to feel the way they're feeling. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's where I feel bad like for them too. So, yeah, there's that.
Food, really, we ate a lot of food.
We ate a lot of food.
It's not that even we ate a lot, it's just I ate super fast.
Yeah. No, it was both. I ate a lot
like
and
I can't
fast.
even like talk long because I have to catch my breath.
Yeah. I didn't just like
we just fall asleep on recording.
Yeah. I know.
What else? I know this is old.
Oh yeah.
But the Adam Levine situation.
That girl was getting much hate on TikTok.
As she should. You can't just come out trying to play victim and use like, I was in an affair with a Victoria's Secret. I saw this thing though. What was on TikTok?
Like, why'd you do it?
I saw this TikTok where it was like this girl was calling her out. Like, if you're a side bitch, then you... Something along the lines of like, side girls know their roles. They know not to speak up. They know that they are the side girls. You know, like if I was a side girl, I'm not going to call my partner out when I know my place.
Exactly.
Kind of like I have to find the TikTok.
It's called a side for a reason.
It's called a side for a reason. You know what your role was. Why did you break that role? Therefore, like now you look like a fool because you're coming out trying to play victim. Like, oh, like, hey, I was manipulated. No, you weren't. You knew what you were doing.
Yeah, especially.
You know it was for clout because what was the first thing that you said? You're having an affair with a Victoria's Secret model. Why does that even matter?
Your wording, definitely.
And then in that video too, it stated that like it's an ego thing for her because as a girl, she's like, well, this man is with the most beautiful woman. She's a Victoria's Secret model, yet he still wanted me. So it's like an ego boost for her. Like, wow, like he literally had what every girl dreams to be, but yet he still chose me to be with him.
Right.
So I was like, that's so fucking shitty. As soon as I saw that, I was like a little confused on what was happening. I was shocked, but I wasn't shocked as like, oh, I feel bad for this girl. No. My mentality was like, fuck this girl.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's not hard to go on social media to look up Adam Levine and his like wife and his family to see they're still together.
Right.
And
like, why are you going to do this? So and it's dumb. Like, you're obviously doing it for clout because how you said the wording. And then it's like you posting about it in general. Like, you could have said, I had an affair with a guy and I felt like a victim and told your story without being specific. But since you wanted to use the words Victoria's Secret model, and obviously, you know, it's a clout purpose. Like, that's why you're posting it on TikTok, which is one of the most used apps right now, the most popular, where you could spill whatever.
It was just how she worded it. Like, I was having an affair with someone who's married to like a Victoria's Secret model, Maroon 5 bands. And it's like, just say you were having an affair with Adam Levine.
Exactly.
And then like take accountability for that. Like, I'm apologize to the wife and the kids. But instead,
or better yet, maybe like do it to her. And not like on TikTok for everyone to see and embarrass her while you're apologizing. Apologizing.
I don't believe one of her friends were going to come out with the story. I think she said that just so she can come out with the story herself. Having to have a reason to.
Yeah. I feel like nowadays it's just like so hard to trust what people say and everything's for clout. Everything.
It's like for the 5 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
She literally thought that was gonna like do something.
Yeah, and it's
like backfired.
How are we gonna feel bad for you? Like, no, we're feeling bad for the wife. Wife. Like,
that's a good thing though about like today's generation is like we're finally like opening our eyes to see the people who are really at fault, which is obviously her, but Adam Levine. You know?
Yeah.
Like, guys are stupid.
Fucking
guys are just fucking dumbasses.
Fucking hate
so guys. Stupid.
So fucking dumb.
Piece of shit.
Fucking hate them all.
You have a beautiful girl.
Literally.
You have kids.
Yep.
And still nothing.
Yeah. And then after actually seeing that, I saw TikToks too where like someone, I can't remember like off the top of my head like the creator or anything, but they were going over all of his songs. Well, their songs, Maroon 5 songs, but I say because it's about Adam Levine. And so they were going over all of the lyrics and saying, how did you guys like not notice? Like all of his songs are like cheating anthems. And I was like,
are they?
Holy shit. Yeah, they're all about like, basically I'm going to have to show you all the lyrics to the ones like, I'll try to find that specific video.
Yeah.
All of the lyrics. It's like talking about another girl, when you leave, blah, 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 at night. I like all of this stuff.
And I like Maroon 5.
I love Maroon 5. So you know how like
he just tainted his own like brand and like just fucking music.
They've been around for so long. And I think like maybe I was in
But it's like him, Adam Levine, him? Really? I mean, they're still together. Of course, they're going to work it out. Because he allegedly, like, didn't physically do anything. But I think he was just, like, messing around. I don't know. But same thing, you know?
Yeah. Stupid like, okay. Now your lyrics say otherwise. But okay.
You're singing about it.
You're literally, like, telling on yourself. But
yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Cool. But it's funny because no one really... At least back then, too, like, I didn't really pay attention to lyrics in that way.
Yeah.
I paid attention to lyrics to memorize the lyrics.
Yes, but you're not comprehending, like, what
the
exactly.
Message.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, a lot in the entertainment industry that I'm sure, next time we'll have more.
Yeah, and I'm sure we're missing a lot as is, but we're dedicating like a whole episode just to celebrity.
Yeah. And if you guys want us to cover something else or bring attention to something to us, like just tag us on Instagram. Let us know what it is you guys want us to go over. We'll definitely do that. We'll do more research. Like, I know I need to do more research on stuff like this because I'm like going in empty-handed, whatever it's called. But yeah, that was a lot of rapid fire celebrity.
Celebrity.
That was a good one. Marley came up with that. Celebrity.
Love it. Oh.
Again, we just, it's
I know. It just like turns off. Yeah, so love it. I really liked it. I had fun with it. You
got really into it.
I really did. Like, I could not stop talking.
I know. No, that's fine, though.
And it's funny because it's like you'll say, like, the whole interrupting thing, and I'm like,
nope.
It was me.
No, you weren't even interrupting. That's fine. My nail's coming off. But all right. You want to close this off?
Sure.
Well,
thanks for watching, tuning in. Let us know what your thoughts are. If you agree with us, disagree with us, let us know. Anything you'd like to, bring up for us to talk about next time. And anytime there is any celebrity drama of any sort that you want us to comment on, just DM us so that we can have that ready, because we want to do this monthly. So we could just do like a recap of everything that's been going on. Just kind of like sum everything up. So, yeah, this is good.
That was it. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will leave our handles in the description box below, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.